Hello everyone, my name is River Stump, and today I thought we'd start out with a little fun challenge that I am naming the Alphabet Challenge. So we're starting off with the letter A today, and we will go from there, continuing on until we finish the alphabet. So you can see me start to build the A shape. I'm going to start to build rooms. So those two are going to be bedrooms, and I'm just going to place some lights so we can all see better. So you can see me kind of place the beds in there just so I know what it is. I'm going to pick the front door. Obviously, we'll change all the colors around after. And I was trying to see if there would be a better light, but silly me forgot there was actually a roof on that. So I'm just going to type in the sheets really quick for like move objects. And I decided to start with the roof, and this is where I actually noticed that that section was filled in. I'm very, very new to building, so don't judge me too harsh. I'm just having fun here. So I deleted that little roof area, and now I'm trying to figure out what the best course of action is to roof this house, because it's definitely a weird shape. So you can see me kind of mess around with a bunch of different roof shapes, and thankfully in my other building video there was a comment saying that if I hit shift and move one side of the roof, it won't do both, and that was an absolute lifesaver for this build, so thank you so much for commenting that. So I'm just messing around trying to get it to line up, but it wasn't working where the roofs were two different heights, obviously. But I was trying the best I could, tried a few different options, and it just wasn't working. So I actually ended up going with a circular roof. As you can see here, I cut out a bunch of the painfully trying different roofs, and I thought this was the best we were going to get. So you can see me kind of trying to adjust it, maybe lowering it, and then I tried the octagon one on this side to see if I would like it better, which I did. Let me know what you like better, but I just think it fit it like the house better. So you can see me kind of playing around trying to get the roofs to match up better. Believe it or not, the roofs took like an hour to do. But that's okay. I'm pretty okay with how it turned out. Obviously, I think someone else could do a better job with the roofs. I would love to see it. Just tag me at River Stump, and it's called the Alphabet Challenge. You can just upload it to the gallery, and I would love to see your ideas on how to do the A's. And here I am trying to pick the best roof. I normally just leave a default, but I was trying something new, you know? If it turns out awful, it's just a silly challenge anyways. So I'm going through the roofs, trying to figure out what color, and I actually ended up going with that black. I just think it looks nice. It's neutral. It's a very common roof color. And then I'm trying to pick the siding. I kind of wanted to do a two-toned thing, but I didn't know what two tones I wanted. It's kind of like a green siding, and I kind of wanted like a wood in there, so I thought maybe white would be okay, but it just looked like we ran out of money and picked the cheapest option. And then I thought maybe like this more wooden type would be nice, but I just wasn't liking how the colors were working. And anyways, I just ended up going back to the regular siding color. And then something I've actually never used is roof trim, so I added that on for the first time ever, and then realized that you could change the color, so I changed it all to black, and I added like this little overhang over the door. I don't know if you like it, let me know. Obviously, I'm sure no one's going to play in this house. It's outrageously expensive by the end of it. I think it was like $40,000 for a 2-bedroom, 1-bath in the weirdest shape possible. But I was picking the flooring types, and I'm actually really picky with floors. So I ended up just going with this chocolate brown because it was just a very neutral floor. And I decided to add the kitchen up there. And I'm looking on where to add the bathroom. So I thought here could be good because there could be like a little hallway that way. So I had a little bathtub in there just to remind me. Now I'm looking for the living room over on that side, and I want a dining room, but it just wasn't fitting right, so I decided to move that wall down one, make the bathroom a bit smaller, and then put it over there. So I'm looking over everything, liking how it looks, so I decided to start with the bedrooms. This one I'm going to call the master bedroom, kind of where the parent would live. I kind of imagined a either single mom with like a teenage child, or I don't know, use your own imagination. So I wanted to kind of go with some fun colors but still remaining like neutral and not going overboard. So I picked like this little kind of dresser, I guess, and I made it match the bed and just put it over there because that bathroom is not an ensuite. It is the only bathroom in the house. So I added in some little blue night tables to really bring out the blue colors. And I also really wanted this sim to be like very plant garden like. So I added quite a bit of plants around. I figured we could use that middle kind of area for plants. That's like a little terrarium. You'll see that later though. And I kept going between this kind of like pink, orange, and yellow, but I ended up staying with the yellow because it matched the kind of yellow in the carpet, which I thought was cool to bring out that other color. And I was looking for another light I could use, but I just ended up keeping the pot light as I didn't really like any of the suggestions. And then I'm just looking for some artwork because over the bed looked really plain. So I ended up going with this one, which also has all of the colors in it that we already used. So I just think it was a nice addition. I was going to add some more, but I ended up not. But I think it turned out good anyways. So then I moved on to the bathroom, and I am absolutely obsessed with this growing together tile. So I picked this fun little blue color and then the white flooring, and then actually decided to change up the bathtub for a bathtub shower combo where I thought we were going to have more room. I was going to have like a separate tub and a separate shower, but where we brought it in, it just wasn't going to work. So I added in the toilet and decided to put the sink over there because I figured we could add in like a little cubby kind of towel holder on that little like square tile. So you can see me looking for that now. And I found this cute little shelf one. I think it's adorable. Ended up changing the colors and I think it turned out really well. So now we're on to the dining room. I was trying to pick a table, but I decided, you know what? I just want to do the kitchen first. So I picked the wallpaper and then decided to move on to the kitchen. So I picked this kind of neutral wooden white cupboard and then decided to put the fancy appliances in. Of course, stainless steel. And a nice little sink, and then I thought I could put windows in behind that sink and just make it look really cute. So I added in those 3 windows and then just kind of adjusted them together, which actually took a surprising amount of time, believe it or not. This is sped up to 400, so you can just see me struggling there for a while. So I think that ended up turning out okay. And I decided to add some cabinets to the back there too as like extra counter, kind of like an island. I don't know. I think it turned out okay. For the chairs, I wanted something more colorful, but ended up going with this neutral color to match the kitchen, like the wood in the kitchen, and then added this little lamp, and that's where I put like a little fun blue shade in, just to bring out the wallpaper blue. A little plant back there, and then I still thought that wall seemed so empty. So I wanted to add in paintings, but do you see how big those paintings are? Like huge. What are those even for? So I added in this like little family portrait because I kind of want to add it in the like new growing together stuff, but I didn't want to leave it empty because it would be a little weird. But I just ended up adding in these posters. They're like travel posters, and put them in like a fun little pattern. And I think it turned out nice. So we're on to the living room, and I was going to keep that couch, but this one just looks so much cozier with like the little blanket and pillows. And then I was looking for a shade, ended up going with the cream one. And then for the coffee table, I went with a very pink at first, but then more of the blue to match the table and the kitchen. I was going to put the TV on it, but I thought raised up and then pull the coffee table to actually be able to use would be a better option. And then I wanted this little rug in like the blue colors just to really bring it out. Course, a plant. How could we forget plants, seeing how apparently we're obsessed with them? I was trying to fit this one in, but it just ended up not working, and I thought these could be really cute for the outdoor area where they are like bigger. So I fit those outside, and then was trying to fit some other ones, ended up going with that little one. And then I was like, well, maybe I'll add this plant wall in, and by some happy accident, I glitched it through the wall. And I was like, you know what? I really like that. So I purposefully glitched it through the wall, but you can't see it from outside, so don't worry. But it looks like they're kind of like purposefully hung up on the wall, which I think is really cute. It makes it less bulky. And I added like a little desk and a computer so your sim can like entertain themselves and use it. And then I added the door for the outside patio and decided to turn it black. Just the whites didn't match, so it drove me nuts. So black it is. And then I wanted this nice little green kind of color to obviously match the plants. And these cute little sandal lights, like how adorable. And I make them green and blue, just to kind of add some color at night. I never ended up switching it tonight to see how it would turn out, but I'm sure it's adorable. And then I just added like a little painting there. I just thought it looked really empty. And then I was like, you know what? I could put a window there instead of another painting. So you can see me kind of trying to figure out what could go there and then putting a window there. I wanted like a double one, but it was huge. So I just ended up doing a single one, turning it white, and natural light never hurt anyone. So I was originally going for a teenager room, but I thought the beds from the pack were kind of childish, just with the rainbows. So I ended up just making it a double bed and added in this cute little table. I wanted to make it very similar, but also different from the original bedroom, because obviously I want things to match. So I added in this mirror because I figured a female teenager would love to check themselves out in a mirror before kind of heading out to school. And then I was looking through these rugs, but they all kind of seemed not this style of bedroom. So I looked around for another one and just wasn't fitting, but I actually ended up settling on a pink rug. I think you see it here in a second. Yeah, this one. I think it's beautiful. It matches perfectly. And then I was like, maybe pink, but I really wanted to bring out that blue in the bed. So you can see me kind of searching for a tone that's very similar, and I think that one's absolutely perfect. And then I kind of wanted to add some posters behind the wall, just to kind of give it more of a teenager theme. You can see me kind of like picking some, selecting some that I can scatter around. Ended up going with these 3 kind of purpley posters, and then of course a plant, but a more modern, sleek kind of teenager plant. So I'm just adjusting that, making sure it's not clipping through the wall, figuring out which way would be best. And I think that turned out really well. And I wanted like some clutter, like a backpack. So I ended up going with this little owl one, and then putting it up against the dresser. And I was like, you know what, let's add some clutter to the rest of the house. So here's the front entryway, little coat hanger and shoe rack, and then I added some paper towels and spoons to the kitchen. You can see me doing that right here. And also a little soap dispenser, of course. And then I also added like this little fruit thing to the table, which you can see right here. And there's the little spatulas and cooking appliances. And then the little soap, I picked a cute little purple color because you know what, I figured 2 girls probably live here. And then a nice little plant to finish it off. And then I was just looking for something to kind of fill that empty spot in where the paper towel's kind of sitting. So I just wanted a little painting, and I wasn't sure which one. Ended up going with that bottom one. I think it's like plain, but also, you know, still there. So this is the finished house. As you can see, I think it turned out really well. I put a little pathway down, but I didn't want to do too much like exterior stuff because it is just the house I'm doing. But if you want to see me kind of decorate the outside after, I can definitely do that. Just let me know what you want to see. And I put a little bit of terrain paint down just to kind of give it some pizzazz. And then I'm glad I did, because as I did like a little spin around, I noticed that a piece of siding was missing. So I just threw that on. The rest looked good. There's the roof. And this is the kind of little finishing tour. So inside, plant room, that's how it looks. The door is broken, so fix that. Here's the bedroom, bathroom, dining room, kitchen, living room, and teenager's bedroom. So this is the finished A house. I really hope you enjoyed watching this, and I think it turned out pretty good. Obviously, I didn't do much of any landscaping just because it was building the house. But if you'd rather me do some landscaping next video when we do B, just let me know, and I can definitely do that. But I think it turned out so cute, and I'm really happy with this finished product. If you like this video, give it a big thumbs up. Feel free to comment down below what you think I should do next, or any tip improvements is greatly appreciated. And subscribe if you want to see more. I post Wednesday, Fridays, and Saturdays, and I'll look forward to seeing you next time. Bye.